In the 1990s, The Drew Carey Show was one of the biggest sitcoms on American television. Bright sets, easy jokes, a laugh track that told you exactly when to feel good. It looked effortless. It looked fun. It looked like the most uncomplicated job in the world. Drew Carey recently sat down on Ted Danson's podcast and told the story of what was actually happening behind that laugh track at the height of the show's success. He was having a heart attack and he kept going to work anyway. Not because he did not notice, because the machine expected him to show up, and somewhere along the way, that expectation had become more powerful than his own survival instinct. To understand how a man ignores a cardiac event and goes to rehearsal, you have to understand what it means to have your name on the title of a network television show. You are not an actor on a production. You are the production. Hundreds of crew members, millions in advertising commitments, a network's prime-time schedule, the entire economy of that show rests on one person hitting their marks every single week, and that person is you. Carey described going for a jog and feeling his heart rate spike to something crazy. His shoulder went numb. He experienced everything he had ever read about heart attack symptoms. And his response was to wait for his heart rate to come down and then continue jogging. Because the next day was the first day back on set. And the first day back on set was not something you missed when your name was Drew Carey and the show was called The Drew Carey Show. Carey went home. He told his girlfriend he had experienced some weird heart attack-like symptoms. She offered to help. He went to Bob's Big Boy. He had chili spaghetti. He agreed to call a doctor in the morning. The next morning, he went to set instead. He did the full day of rehearsal. He felt okay. And then in the writer's room, at the end of the day, his chest tightened again. He could not make it up the stairs to his trailer. That is when he finally asked someone to call an ambulance. And while he waited for it to arrive, he said goodbye to his friend Sam Simon, who was directing on set that day. He said goodbye because he did not know what was going to happen. A man said goodbye to his friend on a television set. While the production schedule continued around him, while the writers kept writing, while the machine kept running, he received a stent. He spent 2 nights in the hospital. He was diagnosed with heart disease, and the show continued its run. The multi-camera sitcom is the most specifically demanding format in network television, and the one that looks most effortless from the outside. You are contractually obligated to be funny, to be energetic, to be present and performing at full capacity in front of a live studio audience for 14-hour days, week after week, on a production schedule that runs most of the year. The laugh track is not just a sound design choice. It is a message to the audience. Everything here is light and easy and fun. Do not worry about what it takes to produce this. Carey has spoken about being significantly overweight during that period of his career, about the health consequences that followed, type 2 diabetes diagnosed 9 years later, about a doctor telling him that if he did not change his lifestyle, his life was going to be shorter. He eventually lost 80 pounds. He reversed his diabetes. He ran a 10K. He rebuilt his health on his own terms after the machine had finished with the version of him it needed. But for years, the laugh track played, and nobody watching heard what it was covering. The Drew Carey Show ran for 9 seasons and 233 episodes. It is remembered fondly as one of the defining network comedies of its era. Every one of those episodes was made by a man who had learned through direct physical experience that the production schedule came before his own body. The laugh track told you everything was fine. Drew Carey's heart told a different story. The machine made sure you only heard one of them.